traded in the Forex?
They are.
Let's say the Malaysian ringgit, the Thai baht.
They
all
are
that.
to a certain extent. However, it's the movement is very limited because it's closely watched by the central banks. Plus the fact other foreign investors would probably buy these currencies, but it's on a very controlled basis. So it's not very freely traded because of what I mentioned in layman terms, right? At the same time, if you do, it's treated as exotic. When I say exotic currencies, it's very expensive to trade it, right? And the expense of trading an Asian currency that is not floating is about 10 to 20 times more expensive versus the free-floating ones.
I see. And okay, when you read the newspaper, what do you have to look out for so that to at least give an idea of where to trade and what to do with my Forex investment? What do I have to look out for?
That's a good question. First, let me break it down. No? When you enter Forex, and this is the stuff that I had to learn and the stuff that I'm now teaching because I've learned it, there are three things you have to look out for. When you said newspaper, you're referring to fundamental news or economic news. So don't go to buy a local newspaper and look at who died today.
No.
So you
Don't
look
go
at
to the entertainment.
Don't go to the entertainment. So you basically go and look at international economic news, and you can do that online. So a few sites, Bloomberg.com. I know I want to sleep. Bloomberg.com, but it's a very intelligent site. You can also go to CNBC.com. You can also go to Yahoo Finance. Start there, and you have to understand what's happening in the countries. Because when you trade currencies, the fundamental part, the news part, the economic part, it's all about understanding what's happening in their countries. If their growth is doing better compared to another country, so you choose between the best countries. The second thing, so that's the first, no, fundamental. The second thing that you have to understand, what I also teach, and what I had to learn the hard way, is technical analysis, which is studying of the charts.
Yeah, that's kind of sometimes
Right.
it's just a pain in the eye to just look at that.
You open it, what?
What? It's like totally foreign.
So technical analysis is a lot simpler than you think. It's just that there's so many people out there teaching this stuff, and they input their own flavors, which may or may not work, but there's so many indicators out there. There's Fibonacci, there's MACD, there's stochastics, which I teach, by the way.
Okay, what are those?
These
Sounds
are technical
like food to me,
Yeah,
like
I know.
Japanese food.
These are technical indicators that help you determine if the price, based on the past price action, will go a certain way. Will it go up? Will it go down? Based on those indicators.
I see.
But for me, technical analysis, mastery of that,
And is that in the newspaper?
no.
It's not.
The charts are basically, you
Yeah,
download that.
Download it.
You don't download that. Oh, also, if you go to forexclubasia.com, you
Yeah.
can have a download of the charts as part of the package of the download of a demo trading account. So the charts are part of that, and you have to understand what it is and how to read it, and using that in combination with fundamentals, so technical and fundamental, you have a clearer picture of what to do with your Forex investment.
Yeah, because the reason I ask this is that for an average person like me who doesn't know anything, syempre, you have to have a background of your decision making.
Correct.
That's why. Oh, we have a text,
Sure.
a follow-up text from the cell phone ending 3578. Thanks a lot, Ro. You've opened an opportunity for me. I recently passed CPA and would like to start working. Your program is an eye-opener for me. Oh, thank you very much for watching my show. I'm glad. I'm so happy that I was able to help you.
Fantastic. Keep it up.
Keep on watching.
Yeah.
And all right, so going back, so you read the papers and then you invest that $300, and from there, what do I do now?
Yeah.
And then I changed it to like, pwede ba yun? 150 Australian, 150 Canadian.
Actually, yes.
You can do that. You can just divide it.
Correct.
Let's say 100, 100, 100.
Correct. But before that, I'll just finish. There's a third thing.
Ah, there's a third. Okay, sorry.
The background, technical, fundamental, but the third thing is market sentiment. And that's very important as well. Market sentiment is basically, are people fearful? Are they pulling out their investments? Or are people greedy? Or are they putting in investments? So it's on and off lang naman eh. Risk on, risk off. If it's risk on, it's a good time to invest. If it's risk off, it's a good time not to be invested or pull out from the market. So these are the three things that give you a background. Now, let's get to your question. Your $300.
Okay, let's say my $300.
Right.
I want to, as you said earlier, $100. Let's say I want to put the Canadian, 100 Australian, and 100 New Zealand.
Actually, that's perfect.
Pwede yan?
Yes, it's like
Isn't
this.
that like so cheap naman?
I'll
How
use
cheap
this.
naman this person, 100, 100 lang.
I'll use our iPads as props.
Sure, sure.
Sige, I'll borrow yours.
Okay.
Okay. It's guys, listen to me. This is how the currency market works. This, let's say, is your dollars. Okay. This, let's say, is another currency, Canadian dollar, right? Okay. When you trade currencies, they have an opposite and equal effect. For example, the US dollar versus Canadian dollar. When the US dollar rises, the Canadian dollar falls. Okay? Vice versa, when the US dollar falls, the Canadian dollar rises. I'll localize it para it's easier to understand. This is your dollar, this is your peso. If the US dollar rises, the peso falls. If the US dollar falls, the peso rises. What's the rate now of US dollars to peso?
43?
Let's say it's 43.55.
Okay.
So let's say 43.55. So this is your peso, this is your dollar. 43.55 pesos buys $1. Tomorrow, it becomes 43.65. So what happened?
The dollar goes.
The dollar went up, the peso fell. Why? Because now I need 43.65 pesos to buy the same dollar. I need more pesos. So it fell, this rose. The next day, it became 43.35. So what happened?
Adjust again.
The 43.35, the dollar fell, the peso rose because I need less pesos now to buy the same dollar. You understand? So it's a seesaw. Now, the investment is, diba, kanina I said, don't keep your money in dollars. And I would even suggest converting it into peso, but not all of it. So let's give a round number. Let's say you have $1,000 in your bank. So you have $1,000. What you want to do is you want to slowly convert that $1,000, half of it, to peso. Why? So let's say you had $1,000, it's now $500. $500 of that is now in peso. What happens? You don't know if this is going to rise or fall tomorrow. No one knows that. I could probably predict, but it's not 100% sure. So what's going to happen if it falls? Let's say your dollar falls, this falls tomorrow. What happens to the peso?
Of course, it rises.
It rises. What if it does not fall? Instead, the peso falls. What happens to the dollar? It rises.
Yeah.
So what happens now? Your $1,000 is protected from all these violent swings because whether the dollar falls or rises, the other side compensates for it, right? So going back to your question, let's remove peso from the equation. If I had $300, would it be wise to remove it from dollars and put it into other currencies and make it balanced?
Yeah.
So you now have, from your dollars, you converted it to $100 Canadian, $100 Australian, $100 New Zealand. Yes, it's perfect. Why? Because they all balance each other out anyway, in the end, right? In very simple terms, right?
Yeah,
of course,
yeah.
there's more to it
It's
than that.
actually the law of averaging.
Correct.
It's a law of averaging.
In a way.
In a way, yeah.
But of course, there's a lot more to that. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to explain it in very simple terms
That's
for now.
like the basic.
Very basic, yeah.
It's very, very,
Very
very
basic.
basic. So let's say you've made money already in
Right.
the two currencies.
Right.
Can you cash in the money right away?
Definitely.
How long is the process?
Cash it in,
Oo.
a minute.
They deliver. They
No.
deposit to your account.
There are two ways, no? Because first of all, when you open a trading account in FOREX, let's say, imagine you have a trading account here. So you deposit money there, let's say $300. This money is what you use to buy or sell currencies within that trading account.
Yeah.
So let's say you buy, and then you made some money. Packed within minutes, it's already into your account. So your $300 now grows to, let's say, $500.
Yeah.
So within minutes. But if you want to withdraw that money, it'll take a process of maybe 2 to 3 days. before the money comes back to you.
All right. How do you see how do you see Forex like 5, 10 years from now? Do you think that more people will be getting into the Forex market?
Definitely. It started back in 2008, the height of the crisis. I mean,
Yeah.
even before 2008,
Yeah.
Forex was already rising. Come the crisis, if before 2008 it was like this, when the crisis hit, it became like that. It became almost vertical. Why? Because people lost so much money in 2008.
Yeah.
They wanted a fast way to recover the money. So they went into Forex thinking they could.
Yeah.
So the activity in Forex went like that, it spiked. So right now, the awareness for Forex is so huge that 5, 10, 15 years from now, it's going to be everybody's market. Everybody's going into it right now.
Okay. Well, we have like a minute before we end the show.
It's 45 minutes already?
Yeah, and
Wow.
maybe last for I mean, maybe you have seminars? I know there's a money summit
Yes.
seminar. So, like words of wisdom for our viewers.
Well, yeah. First, always remember this: in any investment that you make, whether it's stocks, bonds, Forex, get educated before you get into it. And getting educated is not enough. You have to learn how to experience winning and failing. Because if you don't experience failing, if you only experience winning, what are you going to do when you fail? You wouldn't know how to recover. To help you there, I would invite you to my Forex orientation at Forex Club Asia. It's going to be held at Business Maker Academy, the address I gave a while ago. I believe it's July 11, but please go to the site forexclubasia.com. There are links there to look for it. I also want to invite you, because I will also be speaking in Money Summit. There will be 2 schedules. One will be in Manila. That's going to be in July 22 to 23 in RCBC Plaza. And another will be on August 12, 13 at Waterfront Cebu. Unfortunately, I will not be in Manila July 22 and 23. I will, however, be in Cebu. So if you're interested in Forex and you're in Manila, attend my orientation on July 11. It's not there, but please go to the site forexclubasia.com. If you are in Cebu, don't worry. Attend Money Summit August 12 to 13. I will be one of the speakers, and I will be talking my heart out on Forex. So please do attend Money Summit. You can register at money-summit.com. So if you're not from Cebu, again, register for my orientation in Manila for free. Just go to forexclubasia.com. Thank you very much for those graphics.
Thank you. Okay, again, we need to manage our wealth wisely. Calculate every move you make towards spending your money. You have to respect the wealth that you have made for you and your family, and honor God and thank Him for the talent and the wisdom He gave us that brought us to where we are today. Again, I leave you with the magic 3. With luck comes preparedness. Make your money work harder for you and build wealth for your peace of mind. Lastly, thank you for Frank Pavot for my hair and makeup. And also, I will see you next week, same time, same channel, as we continue learning about different businesses and investment opportunities. Maraming salamat po and magandang umaga sa inyong lahat.